everyone, welcome back to Be Creative Stamping. Today I'm going to share with you how to make these really sweet little embellishments. They're created using a Good Day stamp set, and it's right here. It has the coordinating mini embroidery hoops and 2 brand new punches from Stampin Up. Now you can find all of these coordinating items on page 17, and that's located in the 2018 Occasions catalog. The embroidery hoops come in 2 different sizes. So in the package, you're going to receive 4 of the small hoops and then 4 of the larger hoops. Now, the 2 brand new punches that Stampin' Up! Has added to our collection are scallop circle punches. You're going to find the 1 1/8 of an inch scallop circle and the 1 3/8 of an inch scallop circle. Both of these coordinate beautifully with the hoops. Let me go ahead and zoom out. I am going to show you some other circle punches that I have found that work really well with the hoops. It'll be the 1-inch circle punch, the 1 1/2 inch circle punch, and the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. You're going to find that the small embroidery hoop coordinates with the 1 1/8 of an inch scallop circle. So let me show you a sample. It's this little card right here. This is the small hoop, and this is the smaller scallop circle. Now with the larger hoop, you're going to find that the 1 3/8 of an inch scallop circle works perfectly with this hoop. And so to give you an idea of what that looks like, here is the little rabbit. This is the larger scallop circle that fits into the larger hoop. This stamp set was created for use with the embroidery hoops. And the small embroidery hoop, if you just lay the hoop over the image, you can see which ones fit in the hoop perfectly. And there's the tree. And then, of course, the larger hoop is perfect for the clouds, the just because, thank you so much, just for you. And it also has 2 greetings in the stamp set as well. In this first project, I'm going to show you how to attach this to a card. I've already taken the time to put a little banner on this note card. By the way, this designer paper is part of Bubbles and Fizz, and it's one of our celebration items, so it's free with the $50 purchase. The note cards are our newest size, and they're located in the Occasions catalog. Okay, so we do want to attach this hoop to the card, and I'm going to use some of my Tombow liquid glue. And it doesn't matter which side that you put the glue on. So I'm just going to very carefully put this around the hoop. When this dries, it'll be clear. So this is the perfect adhesive to use. I'm going to also, I'll just have this one straight up. You'll notice that on the original sample, I have the little screws over to the left. Now we're going to take a few minutes and we're just going to let this dry, and it will dry. Okay, at this point I do want to show you how to apply adhesive and actually sit this inside of the embroidery hoop. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're going to put 2 on the back, and then I'm actually going to peel the paper off. I'm going to add 2 more. I'm trying to line up the dimensionals. You don't have to, so just know that if they're not completely lined up, it's not an issue. And as you can see, I peeled off the second set. And now this is going to be my third set of dimensionals. And I'm going to peel this off. And you'll do this on the small embroidery hoop as well as the large one. You're going to see here that I have 3 dimensionals there, okay, and then 3 on the other side as well. And so I'm going to bring the card back in, and I'm going to use my tweezers because my fingers are just too big, and then I am going to place this rabbit inside, okay. And so now he is popped up. All right, and he is the same, he's even with the surface of the hoop. And then if you want to embellish it a little, you can actually take ribbon, and I've already tied this in a knot, and I am going to add this to the hoop. All right, we're going to move on to the larger hoop, and we are going to want to put a circle behind this. So we're going to use the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. And I'm going to use the pink pirouette. I'd like to use a colored circle for this video so that you can see it, but you could certainly put white behind it. And again, it's going to be the very same thing. We're going to put some adhesive. And before I forget, when you get your hoops, sometimes they need tightening, okay? So I'm just going to tighten that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow right around here. All right. And this does dry pretty quickly, okay? All right. And then we're just going to lay it right over this pink circle, okay? And then we'll give that a few minutes to dry. While the hoop is drying, we're going to go ahead and we're going to ink up this circle. It has little dashes all the way around it. And I'm inking it up in black memento ink because I do want to color this with Stampin' Blends. All right, here's our little bunny. We're going back to the bunny. And we're just going to stamp that little bunny right in the center of the circle. And at this point, we'll do our coloring. And this is the pink Stampin' Blend. It's the darker one, and it's called Pink Pirouette Ink. And let's be sure to get his little nose. And then I am going to make the bow Calypso Coral because it will match the designer paper. Okay, and then the little bunny will be done in smoky smoke. Okay, I finished coloring the bunny and her hoop is now dry. We're going to punch this bunny out with the larger scallop circle. So it's the 1 3/8, and you'll see that with that little dotted circle, it just works beautifully. Okay. And again, this is going to be assembled the very same way. You are using dimensionals, and you'll need 3 for each side. Okay. Again, we've got 3 dimensionals on each side. And now we're going to go ahead and put it in the circle, and it will just be centered, okay? Just like that. Now there is one more element that you can add. You'll need your layering circles for this one, and you'll need your big shot. And we're going to use this size circle, and let me see, probably the best way to show you which one is to just put the hoop on top of it. So we would like this much of that. I'm going to add some more liquid glue here. I could also use snail, but since I've got the glue here, and then you're just going to center it. And one of the nice things about the liquid Tombow glue is you can reposition the hoop if you need to move it around a little bit. So we'll let this dry and then we'll attach it to the card. I've added some Whisper White organza ribbon that's also located in the Occasions catalog. And I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to add a little more Tombow. And I'm going to attach it to this little Easter card for one of my daughters. This is the larger embroidery hoop, and look at this. Here is the smaller hoop, and I did the very same thing. I attached a scallop circle on the outer edges, and again I did use layering circles to do that. So just wanted you to see the difference, and that you can use the lane circles to coordinate with the hoops as well. I also have one alternative idea for attaching the hoops to paper. Okay, so let me show you that. I'm just going to tighten up that little bracket. Okay, instead of using Tombow glue, you can use your mini glue dots. Now, I haven't found this to be that successful for me, okay? But as you can see here, I have gotten the glue dot on the hoop. And again, I'm going to put another one. There it is. And I'm just going to kind of fold over. And you would do this all the way around. Whoops. Okay. Just like that. I'll do one more and then we'll attach it to the circle. Okay. And now we can go ahead and attach this to the scallop circle. This will also work with a circle that fits just behind the hoop. Okay, so it doesn't have to be larger than the hoop, okay? And so you could certainly use glue dots to attach it. And you know, of course, you don't have to wait for any drying time. I just want to take a few quick minutes to show you what these images look like when stamped. The Just For You is right here. And so I actually stamped that twice and then popped up Just For You in Bermuda Bay. And there's also Just Because. And as you'll see in this sample, I've done the same. I've stamped it twice and I've popped up Just Because. Now, this little circle here and this circle are used with the 1-inch circle punch. Okay. And then, of course, this outer edge is used with the 1 3/8 of an inch, and this is the scallop circle, one of the newer punch. A few other examples. Here is the stamped tree. I've colored with Stampin' Blends, and I've cut it out using the smaller scallop circle, and that's the 1 1/8 of an inch. Okay. And then here is the ice cream. I've stamped the circle as well as the ice cream and punched this one out with the larger scallop circle punch. And you'll notice that you have to use the larger scallop when you're using the stamped image of the broken lines, okay? So ice cream and lemonade and the bunny. And here, excuse me, here's the bird. And also here is Thanks So Much. And this is also stamped and punched with the 1 3/8. And here is the image of the clouds, okay? So please let me know if you have any questions. And thanks so much for buzzing by.